Hola, buenas a todos y bienvenidos a mi canal. Y estamos aquí con Persona 5 por donde habíamos dejado y pues vamos a ello. No sé qué hace aquí esta.
Sorry. Hey, wait!
Pues nada. Pero si quiero jugar, no quiero... Cago en la puta, tío. Pues nada, hasta luego. Hostia, de verdad, gato de mierda. No me deja hacer nada. Día 27.
That concludes the speech given by Representative Masayoshi Shido, who may be forming a new party. We now resume our coverage of the Phantom Thieves, the suspects for Mr. Okumura's death and others. The police have designated the Phantom Thieves as the country's most wanted fugitives, and have decided to reward anyone with information leading to the capture of the Phantom Thieves.
Look.
Those who provide information will be offered a reward of 30 million yen.
Hostia.
And considering the high amount, it shows how extraordinary the situation has become. Reward money will be supplied by the police and the families of the victims. Further,
If I report you to the police and they arrest you, I supposedly get 30 million yen for it. I hope you understand the situation you're in. Even people who didn't have an interest before will be on the lookout for the Phantom Thieves. And it'll happen every day, even at school. Why did this happen? That may have been true, but still. Well, how do I put this? I'm sorry I didn't realize it. It's also my responsibility that this happened. All I can do now is give you shelter. Just don't become desperate and do something reckless, all right? I won't sell you out. As long as you're here, there's nothing to worry about.
I feel bad about what we've done to the chief. I'm responsible too.
Did you see that reward? Perhaps we put too much pressure on them.
Me parece una recompensa bastante buena, sinceramente.
Phantom thieves have become public enemy number one.
Para lo que es, pero bueno.
Exactly. That will be when their curtain falls.
Hey, great!
Vale. Akechi insinuó que venía de este instituto, ¿no? Sí, pero a lo mejor no. Ya ha habido demasiadas conexiones mentales. Es posible que acaben con nosotros y metemos las narices. ¿Qué son tratamientos de llenas? Deja de soñar, despierto, anda. Ta, 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 ta. Tío, ¿has visto las noticias? Ya me había preparado para esta posibilidad. Sí, se me hace raro que haya una orden de captura contra nosotros. No tengo muy claro que podemos salir airosos esta vez. Pues macho, pues ríndete, yo qué sé. Ahora sí que estamos entre la espalda y la pared. No sirve de nada discutirlo por aquí. Sí, mejor hablar en persona.
We're wanted now.
Ahora nos buscan.
Reward's 30 million yen? What is this, a comic book? It feels so unrealistic, I can't help but laugh.
We're finally being treated as actual criminals.
I'm positive now. Remember all of those what-ifs I mentioned before? All of this was truly set up. How President Okumura ranked first, the Fad before that, even Medjed. It was all to make the Phantom Thieves famous. On top of that, we were lured to target Okumura. Yeah, the enemy likely planned to lay the blame on us from the start, after we gained popularity.
Then what about everything we've done until now? Are the people whose hearts we changed and thought were corrupt actually not?
No. Because of Yusuke and I, the Madarame and Kaneshiro cases were coincidental. Wasn't that the case with Kamoshida, too? Considering what happened with the rankings, only the previous target would have been used to lure us.
What a cheap trick to use.
Cheap? It's nothing of the sort. There's the fake Medjed and the site's altercation. They might have even engineered the fat around us. So much time and effort has been put into this. President Okumura probably wasn't their only target. Perhaps they intend to place all blame of past and future psychotic breakdowns on our group.
That's why I said we shouldn't jump into things so carelessly.
What, so this is my fault? Even you agreed to it in the end. And there was that thing with Haru at the time. How are we supposed to ignore that, huh?
I'm sorry. This was all because I one-sidedly decided that my father was a criminal. All I could think about was my fiancé. If I had only been able to cope with it more calmly. Haru?
It's not Haru's fault. I should have spoken up too when Principal Kobayakawa died.
Damn it! This is bullshit! God! Fuck! Ah!
Ryuji! Taking out your frustration on things doesn't help anyone!
Hey, what do you think? Why did we lose?
Madre mía, que se ha ido un poco la mía todo, eh.
It's probably because we weren't acting like ourselves.
Agreed. At the time, we only cared about the opinion of the general public.
Yeah, that really is it. I was so caught up in making a name for ourselves. I'm such an idiot! I became a phantom thief because I hated those same kinds of adults!
To think we had begun clinging onto fame and a place to belong, that our eyes had become clouded.
We were meant to be the righteous phantom thieves, but we lost sight of our original cause. I'm so irritated with myself. Makoto.
Damn it! I know that we've been set up, and that I was a complete idiot too! But still, it's so damn frustrating! Of course I want to do something about this!
Yeah. We'll be in deep water at this rate. However, we have no idea who we're up against, and whether they're an individual or an organization.
Furthermore, they must be in a position of power, or have powerful backers if they can go so far.
Are we really a match for this?
Should we end this now? I mean, things might get worse for everyone.
Hey, what should we do?
Yeah, running away with our tails between our legs is exactly what they want. We'd be dumping everything we stand for just to save our own asses.
I see.
Uy.
I take back what I just said. I can't let it end like this. Absolutely not like this.
Levántate, Haru.
Looks like we're settled on what we want to do. All that's left is how we go about it. Yeah.
Hey, it's me. About me yelling earlier, being framed, and the added bounty.
Estoy hasta la polla.
Bullshit. I lost it. I'm sorry. You too? It is confusing. We're wanted criminals now. Maybe I haven't changed at all since that time we went up against Kamoshida. I wanted to be a phantom thief because I thought even someone like me could be a hero. It made me so happy to be depended on. Guess it all went straight to my head. I thought I could do anything if it was for justice, but that'd make me no different from our targets. I called them shitbags, but I must be the shittiest of shitbags. I can't even joke about it. You're right. I can start by changing who I am now. Thanks. I feel like I can think straight now. Oh, I scared Haru and Futaba, didn't I? I'll have to apologize to them soon. See ya.
What else should I be? Please don't take off.
Recibe un mensaje de Akechi. Quiere que nos veamos en el verano mañana después de clase. ¿Quién se cree que es para intentar vagonearnos así? Mañana, qué prisas. Justo después del anuncio de la recompensa, no puede ser casualidad. Va a ir bien, ¿vale? Nos lo apañaremos. Sí, lo superaremos juntos. Pero yo no quiero que nadie se entrometa en nuestro camino nunca más. Tranquilo, bueno, os veo mañana.
We've reached a crucial moment. There's no point fretting about it now, though. Let's just stay calm and wait.
Vale.
Okay.
Vale, ¿me dejas irme de aquí? Ah, vale, paquete. No, no me deja hacer nada. El gatete. ¿Y jugar?
Oh.
Oh shit, me deja jugar, no me lo creo. Podemos guardar ya de paso, ¿no?
Oh.
Vaya mierda de minijuego, también te lo digo, ¿eh? ¡Toma! Al máximo. Destreza al máximo, y ya está. Vale, falta coraje y gentileza. Let's go.
All right.
Nice.
Hostia, el gilipollas este.
Criminals do whatever they want under the name of justice cannot be left alone. Only now does the government speak of taking countermeasures, but their actions are too little, too late.
Ah, este es el que estaba hablando. Que escuchábamos de fondo. Hostia.
It is obsolete. We don't have to go down with a sinking ship. We have the power to change this. Let us end this chaos through my hands and yours.
¡Qué hijo de la gran puta, colega!
He's a politician of the ruling party, isn't he?
I heard they're splitting up to form a new party, so an election might come before the year's end.
I'm gonna vote this time for sure. This man has my support.
You haven't voted until now? That's problematic as a member of society, you know.
Politics just never interested me before. But this politician seems pretty amazing. He's passionate and thinks of the future. I mean, someone like that should be prime minister. I'm definitely voting for him.
Well, I suppose that makes sense, since the other politicians seem so unreliable.
When you say that you want us to cooperate with you, what exactly do you intend us to do?
That's a good question. But might I have a cup of coffee first?
Quit effing around.
Please keep this short.
There's a bounty for information in addition to the arrest warrant. Those are quite desperate measures. I'm referring to Sai-san's actions. I assume all of you were at your wit's end as well. She must be considerably vexed if she's gone that far. Make headlines with the arrest warrant, then use incentives to get testimonies. It's not a bad method.
The police have nothing on us. There's no way they can make an arrest.
True. I'm the only one who's ascertained your true identities. However, the groundwork for fabricating testimonies and concocting a culprit are underway.
We don't care about that self-gratification. Get on with it.
I'll be blunt. I'm thinking of triggering a change of heart in Sai-san. I've already discovered that she has a palace.
Huh? Really?
Is this to prevent the investigation agency's recklessness?
Precisely.
Still, there's no need to change her heart just for that.
Indeed. It's hard to believe that a single person can fabricate all that.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. What if I told you that those around her would turn a blind eye to false evidence?
You saying the police would do such a thing?
It seems they're more trusted than I thought. Their priority is settling the situation. They don't care who the supposed culprit is.
No!
They're completely rotten.
My objective is to find the true culprit. That must be the case for all of you too. However, the current situation is extremely bad.
If worst comes to worst, someone unrelated will be set up as the culprit, huh?
Our only solution to this is to make Sai-san come to her senses. If she's in her right mind, she can stop this situation. Her sense of justice wouldn't allow it.
So that's why...
The truth will be covered up, and an innocent civilian's life will be destroyed. I can't allow such a thing to happen. My own ethics won't stand for it.
I mean... I guess I can understand how you feel.
And changing Sai-san's heart will be to protect her as well.
No tengo muy bien realmente por qué quiere despertar el corazón de Sai, sinceramente, ¿eh?
If the true
La verdad,
culprit
no
were
sé.
to learn that she's responsible for the investigation, what would happen? I'm certain they'll aim for her life. She's the perfect target to place blame on the Phantom Thieves.
Pero claro, es que
So how about it? Will you agree to my
a mí el plan me parece demasiado
Even though you're
brusco.
particular about being just, you're willing to get your hands dirty?
It can't be helped in order to ascertain the truth. There is also one more merit in changing Sai-san's heart.
Qué ventaja.
She'll be a fine warning to others not to meddle with you any further. They can't go public if someone in the investigation has a change of heart. It'd show their corruption. All that's left from there is for me to discover the identity of the true culprit.
What do you mean?
You're gonna tell us to announce our disbandment once the real culprit is arrested, aren't you?
As expected from a Nijima. So, what do you say? I don't think it's a bad deal for either of us.
Makoto, what's your take on all this?
It's a well-made plan. It even takes putting an end to our team into consideration.
I'm flattered to hear that.
Why are you willing to do all this, Akechi-kun? Why do you seek justice?
Because
Por lo
of
que-
sickening human beings.
Por lo que le pasó a su esto, ¿no?
My contempt for such people drives my sense of justice. It isn't some grand reason like society's sake or some lofty ideal. It's simply an absurd grudge. And extremely personal.
Dude.
You know, doesn't he remind you of us?
¿Vamos a poder manejar a este?
Yeah, like how some disgusting adult pissed him off.
We're similar, hmm? Maybe that's why I thought that I could ask this of you all. Won't you cooperate with me on the mission to change Sai-san's heart? Thanks. I was actually rather worried there. This mission can't succeed without your
Sería
cooperation.
una idea
after
loca
all.
que al final este fuera el malo y que te haya mentido de que haya otra
Phantom Thieves will be
persona,
disbanded, and everything will work
Sería
out.
muy hijo de puta, pero no sé.
I pray it does.
Mako-chan.
Mako-chan.
I'm okay. I never brought it up until now, but the reason I joined the Phantom Thieves is
Follarme a
because I
Sergio.
wanted to change my sister's heart. I was hoping I wouldn't have to resort to it, though. I've also known for quite some time that she has a palace.
Why didn't you tell us?
It was too selfish of a reason. Though I was too scared to look any further into it on my own.
Why don't we try going there now to scope the place out?
¿Ahora?
A lot of this will be new to me, so I'd like to get myself
Ya
accustomed
os
to it
estáis
too.
pasando un poco, colegas.
I'm sorry, I actually have plans today.
Y ya por esta, tío, no sé, tío. Me parece
I see. That's unfortunate.
demasiado,
Will you tell your sister about this? Of course not. It's just...
You seem awfully evasive today. Is something
Coño,
the matter?
vais a por su hermana, quiero
I
decir.
just can't make time today.
Let's call it a day then, and resume this tomorrow.
I'm sorry, everyone. Wasn't Makoto acting a bit weird?
Hombre, es que parece que soy el único gilipollas, ¿o qué? Menos mal que esto opina igual que yo.
Well, I guess that can't be helped.
Oh, bueno, Morgan.
Regardless, it all starts tomorrow. I hope this goes well.
Tengo curiosidad de ver cómo es su esto. Bueno, vamos al presente. Qué gracioso, porque vamos a hablar con ella misma, que es la que vamos a despertar. Pero bueno.
palace?
A palace?
In me?
In me?
Not only that, Goro Akechi?
Toma!
And the Phantom Thieves targeted me as per his advice? And he had already experienced the metaverse by the time of the Okumura case? That can't be. I mean, he never said a word. Although, his attitude did change suddenly around that time. Akechi-kun kept quiet about the most important details, and my own sister may be a phantom thief? If this is all true, I was out of the loop the entire time I led the investigation. What a joke. So you became convinced of another's existence through the 2 mental shutdown cases. And if you were apprehended while falsely accused of those crimes, that villain would still be loose. That's why you targeted me? Not for your own preservation? That does make sense, more or less. If you simply wanted to evade capture, triggering my change of heart wouldn't guarantee anything. Your actions as phantom thieves would still be met with hostility. No. If this villain does exist and is setting up your group, I would be targeted next.
Ahí
Did
está.
Makoto come up with that speculation?
Correcto.
Perhaps I'm overthinking things.
What?
Hey, you need to keep your focus.
Ah,
It seems you're completely worn out, but the look on your face isn't one of defeat. Why is that?
Yo creo que se ha dejado pillar o algo. Es que claro, esto es muy extraño, tío, no sé. Es como que a lo mejor se ha dejado pillar para contárselo todo porque era la única manera de ir a por el villano o algo así. No estoy solo. Aún no he perdido.
I'm amazed. It seems you can still talk. When you were arrested, a man at the scene told you that you were sold out, correct?
Ahí
Those
está.
words normally hint at
Eso es
the
lo que me raya a
existence of
mí.
a traitor. However, if your story till now is true, one reason can be concluded. It's frustrating to admit, but at a certain point... No, most likely from the start. I was a mere puppet. Someone set up only to bear responsibility later. Someone intended your arrest, and the minimal staff directly involved were in their pocket. And if that's the case, true integrity would side with you.
Está aceptando la verdad poco a poco, vale. Bueno. Va, rango 6. Bueno, este iba a subir normal, así que... Por cojones en lo que queda de juego tiene que subir al 10. O sea, porque esta sube automáticamente, no es por decisiones.
There's something I need to confirm with you. Was a change of heart triggered in me?
Es que lo que no sabemos. Bueno, lo vamos a ver ahora.
Tell me everything.
Acá a lo mejor no la despertamos como tal, no sé qué pasó. Está actualizada una historia. Vale, pues me parece que vamos a ir al castillo ahora. Tengo unas ganas de batalla, tío. Que llevamos, no sé, 1 hora de cinemáticas casi.
What's this favor you need? It's late already. We'll be going to Nijima's palace, so I want to look into her. Things like her work ethic and relationships. It doesn't matter whether it's public or private. Those would help us come up with countermeasures in case we hit a roadblock in her palace.
Está bastante bien visto
I
esto,
can look up more, you know.
Prepararse un poco para ella.
Of underwear. A girl shouldn't say things like that.
Tanto no, amiga,
You tell her too.
¿Qué más puedes saber igual? Ay.
I thought you'd like that.
¡Qué hija de puta!
Ahem. Also, I may be overthinking it, but my voice... Ow! Same as always. Let me finish first. There's something else we want you to look into.
¿De qué? ¿Qué está pasando aquí? ¿Veis? O sea, esto pasa ya 3 veces. Como que el protagonista se está yendo un poco la pinza, ¿no? Joder, macho, y nos pasa el día 29 inmediatamente. ¿Queréis dejar jugar? No, paso a noticias de hoy. Me importa una mierda. Ha hecho progresos. Bueno, lo de Shiro, ¿no? Ese será el malo final. El que te censura. A ver. Sería muy raro que ese sea el malo y un giro de guión sea que realmente el que te ha traicionado es el policía, ¿sabes? Estaría chulo. Pero, hostia puta, sería un poco raro, ¿eh? Ah, es verdad que nos tenemos que ir en el juzgado. ¿Y eso dónde está? En el barrio de la oficina gubernamental. Kasumigaseki, joder. Ah, he oído hablar de ese lugar, pero nunca he estado allí. Ni yo. Solo es que la gente suele ir a este tipo de sitios. O sea, solo mirar el mapa ya es impresionante. El departamento de policía, el Ministerio de Justicia, Fiscalía, Seguridad Ciudadana. El edificio de la dieta también está muy cerca. ¿En serio? ¿A qué sitio aterrador vamos a ir? No nos pillarán, ¿no? Según Akechi, aún no se sabe quiénes somos. Va a venir Akechi, porque quiero ver a Akechi en el mundo real, porque, o sea, en el mundo este, porque si lo vemos sabremos que sus ropas no son las del pistolero. Lo veremos allí. Permanecer en guardia. Vamos a hacer la guardia. Vamos hacia la guarida de un león. Bueno, tampoco os paséis, tampoco os paséis, tampoco creo que sea para tanto, Bastante que fue el otro palacio.
So this is the courthouse.
Así que este es
You
el
can tell
juzgado.
it's a revolting building just by looking at it. Let's hurry up and get started. Akechi, what did you find out?
Vale, nos metemos,
I rarely
chicos.
get to see Sai-san directly, but I figured out her course of action. On the 20th, an investigation will likely be done at Shujin Academy, as well as the Sakura residence.
Vale, tenemos hasta el día 20 del mes que viene. Vale.
Real?
Unos... Joder. No es mucho, Pero bueno,
Pero
vamos a hacer todo el primer día, como ya sabéis, porque somos unos putos amos. Vamos, que vamos a entrar hoy. Daremos el aviso.
For now, we need to focus on infiltrating her palace.
En un día lo hacemos, chicos.
I concur. And we should probably get going soon. After all, people like us standing around here is quite unnatural. Well then?
Venga, va, que tengo ganas de ver a este.
Huh? What about my smartphone?
¿Qué le pasa? ¿Qué le pasa?
This is the model I wanted. You're so lucky.
Madre.
I'm so sorry. Until recently, Futaba was actually well...
En estado vegetal.
It's okay. Sai-san told me the gist.
Que se la ha contado.
Oh, right. Akechi-kun, it may be best if you exchange contact
Oh, no.
with everyone.
Ah, me iba a decir, otro con el que tenemos que quedar, pero bueno, este ya tenemos su relación subida al 6 o al 7.
I'll send everyone's contacts to you later.
Thanks. Well then, I hope we get along. I'll do my best.
A mí no me parece malo.
Good personality and good looks?
Toma, madre mía, te está tirando las fichas, Me cago en la puta Futaba,
praising you, I believe.
Sí, 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 sí. Hasta Yusuke se ha dado
Then
cuenta.
shall we get started?
Hasta Yusuke.
We need to figure out what Makoto Sis thinks this courthouse is, right?
I often hear her call it a place of competition in
Una
which she
competición
must
que siempre tiene
always
que
win.
ganar. Joder.
A competition, huh? That sounds like
La
Sai-san.
verdad es que se toma su trabajo bastante en
Be
serio,
unbearable if you were put on trial for a reason like that. Although, a competition means it's a match of some sort.
Un cuadrilátero de
Could it
lucha.
be a martial
¿En
arts
serio,
fight?
tío? Ah, vale.
Then perhaps a stadium? Or maybe an arena?
Tampoco.
There are other competitions besides fighting and
Me va a
sports.
tocar a mí elegir, ¿no? Tengo curiosidad de ver cómo es el siguiente palacio,
How about a racetrack for
¿Una
horses?
pista?
Other than that, there's pachinko, but does that
Sí.
count as gambling?
Un sitio para
Play
chincos.
cards during the school trip.
What else is there?
¿Me tocas
It
elegir?
must be a casino.
¡Toma! No jodas, que es el casino.
I definitely see Sai-san in you.
Pero es el casino. No jodas.
Well, it's time we head in then.
Hostia, que este es el último antes del presente. El casino fue el presente donde nos pillaron. O sea que este es el último palacio. Bueno, último palacio del presente, para que no nos hagan spoiler. Hostia puta, no lo sabía. Bueno, y cinemática.
Head right past there and keep a low profile.
Porque el gato ya está transformado.
That's it, huh?
Ah, bueno, porque
What's
están
going
ya...
on here?
We are looking at the courthouse, aren't we?
Seems like it.
El juzgado es un casino, ¿sabes?
Let's go.
Right.
que el casino está atrás. Vale. ¡Toma! Por favor, que se transformen, que los quiero ver a todos transformados. Quiero ver a Ketchy cómo es transformado.
Everywhere else seems to be a normal cityscape.
Isn't that...
The police station, yes. I didn't know that the station and the courthouse were next to each other.
Our attire hasn't changed. That must mean we aren't considered threats or hostiles yet.
Claro.
Right. Areas outside her courthouse palace must not be worthy of her attention. Wait, I always look like this. I'm special. Besides, I can't do anything in my cat form. The police station's also part of her work area, though, whenever arrests are made for her cases. I've brought her food and belongings when she was sent on loan to the police.
We got no business with the cops, right? This might be the metaverse, but I don't want to go in a station.
That reminds me. He'll need a code name too.
Bueno, un nombre en clave, vamos a ver. Por favor, ¿qué mote le vamos a poner? Por favor, ¿qué mote?
Just for reference, what is everyone else's?
Skull.
Mine's Fox.
Fox. La zorra.
We pretty much decided on them with how we look.
What is it, Haru? Oh, it's nothing.
Haru eras...
Perhaps Karasu will be best for me. You know, like a raven.
Como si fuera un cuervo.
Are your clothes all black or something?
Es que...
The reverse, actually.
Es
if our
blanco.
code names are to hide our identities, wouldn't that be better?
Karasu. He'd be the only
Sería el único nombre en japonés. Lo van a traducir al español, ¿no? Claro, queda de puta madre, hombre, claro que sí. Le vas a poner Karasu, tío, que me estás contando. Ahí está bien, Crow. Quiero ver su traje, tío, que es en plan como el detective Conan. El ladrón este... No me acuerdo de su nombre, tío. Que iba de blanco. Hostia, quiero verlo. Pido encontrar la ruta de infiltración, pero... Tengo ganas de pelear ya. Vale, vamos a guardar. No queda mucho, vamos a dejar el streaming dentro de poco. Pero quiero combatir y quiero ver sobre todo a este cómo va a ser. Bueno. Vamos a meternos por aquí. Por la basura, sí, ¿no?
So,
por favor,
this means we're acknowledged as a threat, correct?
¿Qué mierda de traje le han puesto? Por favor, es el peor de todos.
Which means that's what he thinks a rebel looks like.
Ay.
No. This is my mental image of a person who sticks to their justice.
¿Qué le han puesto, por favor?
Well, I think your mask is more apt for piercing rather than sticking.
La máscara, bueno, pero el traje, tío, por favor, ¿qué mierda de traje le han puesto?
The people in here look completely normal.
Ya no me lo puedo tomar en serio, que tío. Kaito Kid. Era Kaito, sí, ¿no?
Oh, right. Crow doesn't know too much about cognitive
Me esperaba algo más como este, tío, con el detective Conan, con Kaito, tío. Está muy chulo, tío. No me jodas.
People exist based on the ruler's perceptions.
That probably didn't make much sense because all the fancy terms he was using, huh?
In essence, since these look like real people, Sai-san's view of others is surprisingly...
Si lleva la de Avenger, hijo de puta, ¿sabes? O sea...
Considering what I see before me, it's difficult to believe it is not actually a real casino.
Not all cognitions are normal, though.
Todos los trajes de todo me encantan, me gusta bastante. El de Yusuke a lo mejor al principio no me convencía, pero guay. Pero el de este tío me parece más feo de todos. No sé.
Is this what you have to go through every time?
Así es. Sí, pero ya se acaba porque con este golpe vamos al presente. Entonces tengo curiosidad porque... yo es que creo que lo que ha pasado es que este tío nos la va a clavar. Pero claro, entiendo que no es posible eso porque estamos subiendo su amistad. A lo mejor su amistad tenía un tope. Teníamos hasta... No sé, tío. No sé. No sé, chicos, no sé.
This is a first for me. I'm somewhat nervous.
Just don't slow us down, Crow.
I will not allow that to happen.
Okay, it's time we head inside.
Our deadline for this infiltration is November
No pasa nada,
20th.
lo hacemos en un día.
Any later and we'll get caught in reality. Of course, we'll need to secure an infiltration route before we send out the calling card.
En un día lo
As
hacemos,
always.
So the calling card wasn't merely for show? It's a necessary step?
Will you please stop interrupting?
My apologies.
Well then, let's go.
Me hace gracia porque está dicho que... Bueno, claro, está dicho que si las cosas iban mal nos iba a entregar.
I feel somewhat nervous.
Sí, es tal cual el casino del presente, porque me acuerdo de las pasarelas esas. Vale, pues jugamos ya, ¿no? Espérate, espérate. Vamos a llevar a Kechi. A Kechi. Ryuji descansas. Me llevo a Ann. Morgana descansas. Y me voy a llevar a Haru, sinceramente. Buah, colega, al 45. A nivel 45. Me parece que vas un poco por detrás, colega. ¿Qué pasa? Ah, vale, perdón. Pues Haru descansa. Lo podemos equipar, entiendo, ¿no? ¿Qué armas tiene este? Akechi. Moebius. Será en plan la típica... ¿no? Sable lumina. Madre mía. Corbata negra. Ay, bueno, vamos a... Tengo ganas de combatir aquí, a ver qué hay. ¿No? Hostia, esto se mueve, tío. Hostia, se hace raro, que se mueva esta parte. Anillo de croupier. Madre mía, este sitio es rarísimo, Joder, por ahí no se puede. Me imagino que ahora vamos a encontrar a los enemigos. Nada más que crucemos esta puerta de atrás. Vamos a coger esto. Por aquí, ¿no? ¿No? Camino es esto, ¿no? ¿Por dónde quieres que vaya? Ah, por aquí. Vale, que esta está abierta. Joder, soy gilipollas. No había visto. Vamos, que al nivel que estamos no lo vamos a follar todo, ¿no? Salid de una vez. Ladrones de pacotilla nos ha pillado ya. Hostia, cómo mola, ¿no? El traje suyo.
What? We're not going to fall for a trick like that.
It's not a lie. I only wish to do this fair and square. You aren't going to run, are you?
We should do as she says. There is no point in hiding any longer.
Qué mierda, además, es que... Tío, no me lo puedo tomar en serio. Le podían haber puesto otro traje, tío, que tú eres el puto amo. Vamos a luchar contra ella de primeras. Me mola mucho su traje, tío, mola un huevo. Madre mía. Mola un huevo, tío.
Why are you telling us this?
It's as I said before. I wish to go about this in the fairest manner possible. First, I ask that you come up to my location. We will continue this there.
Damn it! Over there!
It seems we'll be able to use that elevator to reach higher floors. Come, Joker. Let us pursue her. Let us get after her, Joker.
Akechi, por favor, que te estoy perdiendo el respeto. No hables, que no quiero verte con esa pinta. Hay que ir por aquí arriba. ¿Qué coño hay aquí arriba, tío? O sea, un atajo para más adelante, ¿no? Seguramente. ¿Cuántos mapas tiene esto? No, no los tenemos desbloqueados. Vale, vale. Quiero pelear. ¿Dónde hay enemigos? Ahora vamos para allá. Hay un cofre. Viale confusión. ¿Por aquí podemos ir?
Joker.
Joder. Vamos a ir al primer piso.
Authentication required. Please insert your member's card.
Member's card?
Perhaps it bears relation to a player's club of sorts.
I can't handle your technical speak. Just give me it straight.
Casinos typically have a membership system called a player's club. Some locations even have areas cordoned off for particular ranks of player. Considering the setup of this place, I thought things may be similar here.
That'll make this shit simple. Come on, let's join this player thingy.
I would agree with you, but...
A shadow!
As I expected, registration will not be such a simple matter.
She must be daring us to challenge the security of this place to make it to her.
Here it comes!
No need to worry. I'll handle this. I need to prove my worth to you after
Por favor, que tu persona al menos mola un huevo.
I promise to surpass even such lofty hopes as those.
Me hace mucha gracia, tío. No sé yo, No sé yo, Ah, tú tendrás el poder de la bendición. Tú tienes el poder de la bendición, ¿no?
Don't worry. You can leave this one to me.
Sí, 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 sí.
Robin Hood.
Ay, Robin Hood, por favor. Por favor. Porque eres el peor de todos. Ah, que no, que jodas. Tienes maldición también. Hostia. Pa 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 pa.
Let's make this quick. Robin Hood.
Hasta luego. Porque resiste, ¿sabes? La espada me mola, eso sí, la espada está guapa. Hostia, ¿y el arma a distancia? Lo voy a pegar cuerpo a cuerpo y ya está. Me imaginaba que este tío iba a llevar estas armas, tío. Ah, bloquea eso. Hasta luego. Es un amigo de mierda. Nos lo han presentado para matarlo con este. O sea, y mucho más que... Mucho... ¿Cómo? Y puede hacer mucho más. ¿Así o qué? Espera, según lo que vimos antes, ¿no creéis que nos van a tener una moscada? Diría que sí, me gustaría acabar con esto cuanto antes. Pero ahora que tengo su ruta de infiltración, sería mejor que volviéramos y nos preparáramos. No. No, por favor, no. Quiero pasarme el castillo este, dejarme, por favor. Dejarme pasarme el palacio. Que estamos al 30, a 29 ya. Hoy hemos tenido una sorpresa tras otra. Espero que sigamos trabajando juntos así de bien. Ay, Dios mío, el grupo de WhatsApp. Al final vamos a meter aquí a toda mi familia. Pues sí. Pero tenemos que explicar los pasos que seguiremos. No hace me hubiera molado que lo hubieran metido al WhatsApp y no hubieran limpiado el registro de antes, ¿sabes? Para que vean toda la mierda que le han soltado estos días atrás. No hace falta, primero aseguramos una ruta de infiltración y luego enviamos el aviso, ¿correcto? Al hacer un núcleo de deseos distorsionados, el señor se manifestará en forma física. Veo que vas aprendiendo. Al coger ese núcleo se activará el despertar. Deduzco que los pasos vienen a saber esos, ¿no? Matrícula de honor. No es tan fácil como suena, no subestimes esta mierda. Ryuji, por favor, tranquilízate, No subestimo nada, te aseguro. ¿Ryuji realmente? de los palacios que llevamos, tiene 3 MVPs. Y el último nos ayuda a carrilear. Yo le daría 4 MVPs a Ryuji. 4. 3, sí, 4 MVPs. Luego Ann, creo que una MVP. Y ya está, ¿no? Porque los demás ayudaron, pero tampoco... O sea, quiero decir, Makoto en el anterior fue clave en el combate. Pero vamos, que Ryuji ha sido MVP. Es que fuerza pura, el hijo de puta. Mete unas castañas que flipas. Por cierto, la sombra de Nijima parecía muy confiada. Sí, a saber lo que nos espera. Sea mejor ir con cuidado. Me imagino que este palacio nos va a sorprender. Fíjate tú. Todos los palacios han tenido sus cositas que están guapísimas. Yo creo que este palacio va a estar chulo, ¿eh? Por supuesto, si me apetece. Perfecto, estáis disponible cuando me necesitéis. Mañana. Vamos, al día siguiente vamos. Contamos contigo, Akechi, no podemos fracasar. Sí, haré lo que pueda para estar a la altura. Tú ya estás en el ajo, si nos pilla la policía estás metido. Vamos a ir mañana directamente. ¿Ya está? Hay que despertar el corazón de Nijima. Vale, ahora nos van a... Por favor, ¿quién es por WhatsApp? La cosa se ha puesto fea. Mishima, por favor, cállate. Yo creo que los jugadores matados son inocentes. Por cierto, he cambiado la pregunta de la encuesta, aunque ya se ha liado. Para mí también es un problema. ¿Qué pregunta ha puesto? Cuento con vosotros. Tranquilo, gatito. Tranquilo, no pasa nada. Vamos a guardar. Había 114 horas. 114 horas. Y lo que nos queda... Realmente quedan 2 meses. 2 meses porque el otro es rapidito. Bueno, el otro son 3 meses, pero eso es fácil. O sea que yo creo que nos quedan 2 meses. Y el tercero lo contaría como tal. ¡Toma! Por fin podemos meter esto. ¿Subimos al 5? Dime que sí, por favor. Dime que sí. ¿Qué me estás contando? 2. 2. Gentileza 4. Basta, por favor. Basta. ¿Cómo que gentileza 4? Pero, de verdad, ¿estás borracho? Tengo que pensar. Los Power Rangers ahí en la tele. He alcanzado el máximo, máximo, máximo. No tengo ni idea cuánto me falta para el coraje. Tengo la sensación de que me falta poco para la gentileza. Bien, bien. No me preocupa porque esto subirá con la planta al final. Y con Sojiro ayudándole. Vale. Además, pone que no sabe cuánto le queda, pero yo creo que leyendo la revista que nos queda. Además, aquí tenemos para jugar a videojuegos. Este sube la destreza. Me lo debería pasar ya. Pero podríamos empezar con el coraje, tío. Y ya cuando tengamos días tal, hacer esto. Yo creo que hay un logro que es para hacerte todos los juegos. Y nos queda poco. Realmente estos son 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 noches. O sea, tampoco. Vale, vamos a dejar aquí, chicos. Vamos a guardar la partida y voy a finalizar este episodio de YouTube. Así que nada, espero que os haya gustado, comentar que os ha parecido y hasta el siguiente episodio. Hasta luego.